Thank you. We're still waiting on Randy for a couple minutes, so should still be sitting here for a minute or two.
Okay. That's fine. But it's up and ready.
Thank you. Let's start the meeting, I guess.
Oh,
It's,
sorry.
Okay.
but, Randy's not here yet. We're outdoors.
Just like normal.
I don't think we do a pledge to the flag, or anything else like that. We're just,
They were starting at 12:09.
it's a walkthrough. It's a continuation of the event that happened at the end of the last meeting where we said we're gonna do a walkthrough and we'll schedule it. We have, since there's more than one board member here, we have to record it. Yep.
What I'm saying is they initiated.
Didn't really have to be.
Right.
Right.
Yes.
What is 12:10? So he's a little bit late. We just
That's all right.
started. From our lawyer, it's not an emergency meeting, does not qualify for that. The continuation of the announced plans at the last meeting. We cannot discuss any plans. You cannot change any plans. We cannot discuss policies and we cannot make any decisions. We can only discuss what is there, pointing out existing infrastructures, drains, surfaces, damage, etc. Any discussion of changes needs to happen at a public meeting.
That was all the information that we had.
Yep.
I guess, do we start a walk?
Sure.
Right. Misty and I are present.
Yes.
Randy is not here yet. All right, I'm gonna switch the camera to point away from me. Yeah. I can figure out how. There we go. Yep. Oh, don't have a concern yet on the walk. As far as maintenance, I know. Yeah. We want to turn left on Third Street here.
That technology and this part of things to the railroad tracks, resurfaced and redone prior to State Road 1.
Yes.
We wanted the town streets to be done and resurfaced so they connected with the State Road 1 project.
Wetlands are still wet. As far as maintenance goes, right here is pothole. That's about all I think we're allowed to say.
Standard pothole.
Um,
That's just the weak part that's been there forever. Yeah, but your drain does come across into there.
Is there like a manhole cover or anything in that area? Okay.
I did want to point out that when we had our recent rainstorms, there was a significant amount of water flowing this way, flowing west from Whitney down Jefferson towards this direction. And as far as and right here, this area where the asphalt's cracked up, that's where it was running off of.
Right here.
There is a drainage pipe on the north side of Jefferson. I am unaware, but there's definitely a possibility that one right here.
And like,
The thing I pointed out,
Yep.
have pictures that I took of the drains.
Right.
That went, and there's a drain off the alley between Third and Fourth. Again, it's to run side to side. They're not maintained. And that was maintained by,
See a reflection in there about 2 feet down. I also must look at it.
yeah, which would, and this individual resident has complained about flowing through the yard. Well,
Do you want to keep on walking down this? Because I know that there's another drain just off to the left here that is there. Or as the transition here goes, so there is some maintenance concerns. Mary, do you know if there's any drains coming out in this area?
not that I'm aware of. I think there was one further down. But then I'm confused because I think early on the discussion was part of that was maybe county. Because we do have county drains running through St. Joe. One I know is over, that runs through Hart Street.
when you plan on redoing this road, are you planning on putting more drainage in?
We're not allowed to talk about plans as far as the board goes. I mean, you can ask all the questions you want. We're just not allowed to talk about plans currently.
The proposal that was mentioned, or the bid that you guys had that was at that meeting, the emergency meeting, you
Yeah.
know, is the plan to expand both sides?
I don't think I'm
I
allowed
mean,
to,
that's something that's already.
Yeah.
Like, I haven't seen.
Yeah.
The,
that plan is available. But I don't think we're allowed to talk about it as far as for this walkthrough. Yes.
when's the last time Third Street has been repaved? Or had any kind of like pothole maintenance? That, is that a legal question to ask?
I think that falls into like a history type thing. It's not current or future plans.
Jefferson Street, the railroad track, that was resurfaced and done. Took almost 2 years for one
Yeah.
to get done. So the year before that, they were done. So I would say at least 3.5 years. I don't recall anything being done on this section.
Yeah. 6.5 years, I don't recall ever.
And the potholes, as they showed up, they stayed potholes. There's been no filler like we've tried to do there. They've just, and that's been pointed out. They even direct folks. Don't come down the last part of the.
Oh, yeah. 6.5 years, I was taking this stretch of road once.
Yeah. But it has at one point Jefferson Street had been widened. That's been, a number of years ago, it was at least 15 anyway. But this has never been, this portion of Third Street has never been widened.
This is technically a 1.5 lane.
I do have a tape measure. If anybody would like to measure how wide it currently is. I looked for my wheel. I couldn't find it. Misty,
I gave it,
you have a little over 11 feet, almost 12.
I think you're probably not.
Other way, I think. Sorry for bringing faulty equipment. Oh, I see. There's a cutout window on the bottom of it. I think your finger was on it. No worries.
the width of that matches what goes into State Road 1 on both sides. Whether it's the far north side of State Road 1 and here.
Was that width matching for a reason?
Basically, most of that width has always been allowing for parking for the church. And then, parking in the curbings.
Yeah, I mean, the church, the post office, and all the businesses are
Right.
up there.
Because there's no businesses or housing in the middle of this, they're at the end.
Do we want to keep walking? There's still more surface damage here.
Excuse me, Safe Routes to School program, that the city was awarded and actually replaced older sidewalks that over the years had been pushed down. You'll probably see some of it when we get down further, that had been just pushed into this area. But
These are ADA compliant.
you can see the width.
Yep.
We say probably 10 years ago. And they continue, safe route to school, your sidewalk that goes down Jefferson Street as far as that. And then, what goes on down to the school, And where it cuts across, that cut across happened because this was determined that portion of the wetland area, and that had to be protected.
The-
How, had to do anything maintenance wise with this portion of the sidewalk?
The only upkeep we do, mow, we do the conduct and mowing on the edges. But as far as we do not have to, as far as I know, replace any of the concrete. And that again was federal funding, so federal standards were met as far as width and depth of the sidewalk.
So it's taking
You're welcome to hold on to it if you'd like.
that side of the road.
Um, Up here, there is another drain. Um, when we had our last rainstorm, I took pictures of this area specifically. There was significant water buildup here, probably 3 to 5 inches worth of rainfall had accumulated right here in this depression, right, at the drain. Looks like there is a drain pipe that's going southbound, and a metallic one, and a clay one looks like it's going northbound. I don't see any other. Oh, I do. On the lowest point of it, you can see that there's a pipe going towards the wetlands. There's another drain here directly across from there. The inlet, there's a frog in there. The inlet that comes from the outlet from the other direction, from the other drain, appears to be entirely clogged. And then it looks to continue on directly into the wetlands. I don't see an outlet in the wetlands for it. This is an older looking drain. I don't know if it has a year on it. It's just smaller than the standard drains that I've seen in the last 10, 15 years. Quite the home run. Yeah.
Is there any, there's like this clay tile.
Yeah, that does appear to be clay tile right there.
It looks like that clay tile was likely just chucked in here as a trash can. That's I don't see. For this project, are you trying to get less water?
Yeah.
Because this would be surface water hitting it quick.
That's
So you would like that to be diverted then.
correct. And the same, had the same issue up at Fourth Street. That drain is, not only going, but going to so it comes right across the street and get up to that area, see where it just washes out.
That being said, specifically to discussing that, directly east here is the county drainage ditch. When we were here during that heavy rainstorm, it was completely dry. It's my understanding that this drainage ditch flows downhill towards the river. Well, there's a hump right there, but it flows downhill towards the river over by the cemetery.
Should potentially be maintained to keep clear, make sure it's a proper angle going, that way the water flows that direction.
So this is a county.
That's my understanding. The plats of land here are all separated out to cover that, so that this plat of land that we're looking at here, it goes from this corner right here all the way to the road. And this plat right here goes from this corner right here to the road that way. And there's multiple plats going that way on the east side. Parcels.
And supposed to drain to the river.
It is.
That's properly maintained to get a proper angle where the water flows towards the river. Because I mean, there's some humps in it and stuff to where it looks like it could flow this direction, which could be causing at
The other,
water coming down this direction.
that's it. So that's the question I would propose to, the county. And the county,
It's all grade of
drainage to
Cali. Almost.
Yeah.
Obviously coming this.
I was like that, yeah. I never really got this. I agree with that.
Elevation.
Part of it. So,
That's going out and doing that. So you'd have to convert that. But this is county, there should be a matrix built up. Obviously on maintenance.
Yep.
So you have to talk to. The
Like,
drainage
I
board.
feel like there's
So just going in the office.
Chris, do you mind introducing yourself as far as your position?
What's that?
Thank you for attending this for
Oh,
this. You're the District 1.
District 1.
Perfect. Thank you.
Well, it was definitely get them out here. Right.
Yeah.
If it is a county, I'm gonna have it. Look,
well, what I, just suggested, Chris, was, I had talked to Bill Ward, okay? And I know their responsibility, stormwater conservation, is to maintain county ditches. So I'm not come up far because my focus is the wetland project, but I'd be happy to meet with Bill again, point this out and say that they're to maintain, you know.
No, what I told just on a meeting here, so on our county drain, that's the open ones, they are collecting a maintenance fee. Somebody's paying it, whether that's the town.
Oh, okay.
There should be money that can
And
be
we
used.
do. We do
The
pay
town
drainage
pays it.
tax every year.
Right.
44 lines on the on this specific watershed, for which includes the town of St. Joe all the way up to County Road 55, and I think a little bit past the school. Yeah, a little bit past the school.
So
Is all the same watershed.
the start date, St. Joe refilled for drainage. Because I had a question that, but that being said, yes, I'd be more than happy to reach out to Bill again, bring him up here and say, hey, you know, this is, and check the map first.
Yep.
And then,
I would also speak to Tyler Surveyor's office.
okay,
That would be your link to the bill.
yes, okay,
Because if there's money there, use it.
yeah, yeah.
The alley itself, it does lean this way.
North.
Yeah,
North and west.
kind of contradictory for where it needs to go to.
And then with the, unfortunately, our Jefferson, take that portion the same way. We've got drains on the north side, but the stream south.
I mean, that wouldn't be a hard fix to
Regrade.
regrade it to where it's draining towards where it needs to versus where it doesn't need to, that flows into the wetland.
Hey, you want me to contact him? Try to set up, organize what we can all meet? I'm
Okay,
happy to do that.
Now-
Whatever.
me with Tyler or,
Glenn Crawford is our surveyor, but he's really hard to get on site.
okay,
So Tyler in the surveyor's office is the lead,
okay,
was the lead surveyor. So he would be the one that has to come out and look at it, evaluate it.
okay.
Then it would be discussed at the drainage board, we'd see how it. But yeah, it's obviously not. You guys are paying into it, so. That's why you're paying in.
So there's the, appreciate the focus in the country. But yeah, this is, this may have been, this overlooked for.
District 2 County Council? or-
Yes.
Right now, it is. Bill Van Watten,
Chris, here's District 1, which is us, right?
District 1, right, is Concord, Spencer, Newville, Wilmington and stuff. Commissioner for this area is Count.
Jim.
Oh, yeah, it's Jim Miller, sorry.
Miller.
Invited Jim. Yep, you're right. You've done that one.
Everything unseen. Water to that area.
Do we want to keep walking?
Everything from
That, this is a ditch that goes all the way down to the,
right, but I'm saying any water.
Culvert under the
Right.
road then, right?
There is.
Is it in good shape or?
That was redone with the when it turned into Ralph Seckler as opposed to County Road 60.
Is that considered a county? How far does County Road 60 come? up?
We and the town of St. Joe, agreed to take and maintenance that part. Because the county was only doing like a block or from, County State Road 1 in Whitney Street. So that now is the St. Joe's responsibility. We leave that maintenance responsibility for the county. And we did that when, Mike Watson attended one of our board meetings and asked,
Was that for the road itself?
that was for the road.
Yeah, prior to what 10 or so years ago, that was County Road 60 all the way to the
Year and a half that it became that St. Joe took on that responsibility, like the snow maintenance and all that.
like to continue walking. And are you able to see all this, or did my reception die as soon as we started walking?
No, I can see.
Some more potholes. And other surface issues here.
Everything, everything to the south grade is gonna have. Water. Pretty much, it looks like for the most part, anything west of the ditch, the drainage ditch. Well, you have to get. Sure, I have dug out low enough to catch all this and then. To the open. Yeah.
Like, would it be the best?
I must see my pants. Yeah.
Continues to be surface issues.
Yes. Yes.
Like I said, when I was there. With less trees, and that is, I mean, all of the streets out there, that's it. It's always flooded.
I mean, trees that have been filled in this area, and part of that is to open it up. So it can get sunlight in it and it rains.
Yeah.
All that. That's one of them.
Well, any trans community will be reducing to.
I have some of those.
Like little ponds in there to contain the flow or contain the excess water in there as well.
Not in the current thing, but our first, thing is to fix the bank and the erosion on that bank, which would stop some of that water going down.
I was just saying, well, it's gonna be quite the task to reroute water to prevent flooding. So
Well, we're
instead of
good.
trying to fight that, use it to your advantage, and now you have maybe a pond over there, and a pond over there, where you can, when you excavate this area, you have that excess water flowing into two ponds instead of trying to, fight Mother Nature. That's sorry, I
Well, and then, our comparing industries, they're always open to suggestions. So, and I can share that. And of course, this being an unusual circumstance with the rain we just had, was it last week?
I think it was last weekend, a couple weeks before that.
I thought I lived in Lake Country when I went into Auburn.
Oh my goodness.
good illustration.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Do we know if there are any other drains along this section of road that just may be covered or? Okay. That pointing out the old sidewalk. More maintenance needs here, potholes.
There was discussion about. Was it those two?
The one in Cloudy's yard. Oh, you want to talk about that? Yeah. We read before and I want to talk about that. That would be plans and.
Right. That'd be part of the plans.
Introducing the plants. Okay, if you want to swing on, I'm assuming it's probably these one project.
So the plans that were submitted by.
The village hall works.
Okay, so are.
But they say they don't need engineering design plan.
So are the engineering design for a digital copy on the town website? Anywhere?
You know, being easy question. I would say no. I don't think we allowed to ask for. If you can see the plan. Yeah.
I can get the plans emailed out if there's a request for them, yes.
Do I
can
need to email you
out
a
the
request
plans.
too?
Yes.
Okay.
please.
Can I have a verbal, or can I verbally ask you for the plans, or do you want me to write you an email asking for the plans? That way there is a digital trail.
Yeah, just email it to me. It makes it easier for down the road,
Okay.
please.
It is later on this week. There's a cleanup day twice a year. So if you see anything, out in people's yards, that's the reason why. It's supposed to be there. That definitely a maintenance issue here. We're at the intersection of the Third and Ralph Sackler. Looks like there is water in there, but the pipe goes south east towards the main road, towards Ralph Sackler. The just where the if you look to the side here, just where the end of this retaining wall is, there's a rail. The rail is where the end of that ditch is. Yep. Mhm. Um, this was also part of the Safe Routes to School. Looks like it's connecting here and going east and west. The lower pipe is continuing east. This appears to be the end of the pitch that we saw earlier, beginning at that alleyway. There is visible a pipe jutting out, going directly towards the river. Significantly higher than the bottom of the ditch. There's one visible pipe here. I don't know where any other ones might be.
It's like an intake, like, it's-
Um, here's another drain. I can't tell which direction any pipes underneath flow. There's definitely a pipe coming from both, looks like it flows from the, east or from the west, directly into that, ditch.
Like, that has to be flooded. Really, from the river, because how
You wanna-
watery it would be.
Well, there's a,
All the water this direction appears to be
Yeah,
going that way.
but going over to the river. That goes on it. That going.
Is there another one there?
It has to be.
I can't see. It's kind of dark in there. The only two that I see, a little bit more light.
It's which would just be lower, that would have to be lower. So that's just going over to there. That's coming there. There has to be another drain.
I can't tell.
Otherwise you're going back into that, which you should.
There is sanitary sewer on the other side that runs along this road. The sealed covers are sanitary sewer. I drove by, I didn't see any water. I believe I took a picture, and so I can load that up once I can reuse my phone. This pipe right here is a different color than the one here. It looks like it would connect, but it's a totally different color. So I don't know.
So this water is low.
Is that another tile right there? Frisbee. Do you see any other tiles from that angle? Okay. All right.
so this is supposed to prevent the flooding, but was dry when we got all that water. What is it actually doing if it's not going to the river?
I don't know.
And not related to county in any way, and there is another drain coming from
I think that's coming from the next one.
the other storm drain, yep. And then it fills up and sends it out to there.
You can see the other end here.
Yeah, I can see. But I think this is storm drain. And go flow into there, not that it's a drain to go out that way, but it's straight into there. Yeah. And that goes to someplace. Right. Right. Anything up that way.
Plus now,
Yeah.
accident pipe feeding excess water here.
Yeah.
There's a lot of erosion down there. I can see from excess water. Well, you're gonna run into a massive problem from this point to the river, because there's literally nothing feeding the water, this overflow retention pond water.
You're gonna have to look at it. Okay. So you think that's- That's what I heard.
Well,
With the
yeah.
surveyor's office.
We're saying that the first thing we need to look at is the surveyor's office, where is it mapped? And what's that flow? And then go.
There may even be some other old plans, they're playing at a time, but it's not. They told us that.
There is more maintenance stuff that way that we can walk towards. I don't know how long you guys want to walk, but there were at least 2 more maintenance items that direction.
Okay, okay, because I know they took out a few big ones, but that was. They told me they were taking that.
I didn't hear what you had said. If you could,
Private group or.
Some sort of a youth group looking at service time.
Come in and like clean garbage up.
there's actually a day of caring coming up, and Nucor Volcraft specifically is looking for a project.
Go. I think they helped out in the Greenway. I was telling him Caroline Church has a day of service too. And they'll come out. They did the Greenway circuit.
They have trash and the down trees that are.
Yeah, I don't know about trees, but the bar, safety liability, the
I
garbage
was
stuff.
thinking Dustin has kids playing volleyball and games and stuff for youth group. That, I mean, I feel like that could be better for.
Yeah, and you'd want to do it before.
Well, I give it a week. I want to give it a little bit of time. Or you still.
So, like when tree did fall, I did have to make
So,
it down. So they could, yes. And they will help, the latest thing ever. And I actually had them leave down for a few weeks so they could go out multiple times and. Yeah.
who is the facilitator, administrator of the cemetery?
Yeah.
The town has a responsibility for the cemetery. Angie, is that the correct way of stating it?
That is the correct way of stating it, yes.
We know how many available cemetery plots are still unused. By chance,
I don't have the
expect-
exact number, but I could figure them out. If there's quite a few, the back portion is not very sold. The front sections are very, very full. But there is in I and J, there's a lot of cemetery plots still available.
Can you, without giving us an exact number, do you have rough estimate is tens, hundreds, thousand.
I'd say hundreds.
Thank you.
Angie, do you by chance, just ballpark, an estimate, how many funerals a year take place?
Sure. I would say anywhere, obviously depending on the amount of deaths, but anywhere from 10 to 20.
Angie would know. She's the one who's, yeah. So, as far as road edge and everything here, there's a couple spots where, it's normal asphalt that's cracking. Up further as the grade becomes more, decline and incline, there appear to be runoff issues on the sides of the roads, especially up, when it gets to School Street. There's significant, damage, erosion issues on the sides of the road. I took some pictures previously.
Pipe down here to catch the water, or is it just free flowing down to the wetlands?
Um, I'm not aware of any drainage on this area. This is the edge of town.
So it would be, need to be on this side, that side's not technically down.
So the town annexed the cemetery, not the school. So, as the grade increases, there's significant on the road due to erosion. This is Ralph Seckler. About 14 feet wide as far as the road goes.
Town annexed cemetery, but on this side, it's county on that side of town.
I would like to put up the erosion there, and then in some of the alleyways, there's drains that are also covered. And I wanted to point those out while we have the walk.
Popped up, and they got pretty busy. Now they started mowing, so.
So I did have a question. The 811s, it's when we previously approved SURF's bill plan.
Yes.
In that bill plan, it was specifically written and that all of the fiber markers would be surface grade fiber markers, no stand pipes.
Oh,
And so there are a significant number of stand pipes that people are needing to mow around and everything else. Just want to point that out. They're over on the upper side of 3rd and 4th Street. No, the white ones with the orange tops. They're like upwards of 5 feet tall. But what that was the requirement for the install is that they specifically not having standing markers. I think you have to tell them.
Somebody get on Facebook. I don't maniac, but people don't know that. Sorry. Yes.
The so my as far as the size of the road goes, it's just normal amount of cracking that you see on any asphalt. Lots of ways to address it. Maintenance issues.
Normal not tracking, you know, all the water.
Well, it's probably water during the winter. Again, expanding when it freezes.
Yeah, that's specifically what I want to point out. I took some pictures when the major stormfall event happened earlier in the last few weeks. If you look right here, start right here. Let's see, intersection where the school is. The water was all running off that direction sheet flow across, and so it looked to cause significant of the gravel that's supposed to be in here, closer to the road, close to the state where it's supposed to be. This goes off to the north side of Ralph Seckler.
I wasn't expecting that. Here. Is there? There's, yeah, there's supposed to be tree pipe in there. Just covered.
There is a drain pipe right here. It looks like it's going from this side of the road to that side of the road. That's the direction it's going. Yes.
Great.
Oh yeah, there's pipe right here. You can see the pipe.
It looked like it was going directly perpendicular to the road. It was a white one. There it is. Up into the wetlands. If I'm remembering correctly, the potting over there from the erosion that was maintained not more than a month ago, as in it was freshly gravelled, and then we had those rainstorms. And that's what happened after 1 or 2 rainstorms.
Something that you need to put an asphalt on to keep it from eroding like that, because yeah.
As far as plans go for fixing things, I think that's specifically what we're not allowed to talk about. I think we're just supposed to be pointing out where
What needs to be
the maintenance concerns themselves.
really just dump it. It's all closed down.
The south side of the road here, which is the higher side, appears to have a very clean, road edge. No fall off, no issues with any erosion type damage for the surface. Whereas the north side of it throughout seems to have significant issues with that. It is graded from south to north as far as water flow goes. There's some of the erosion. There's more erosion, but you're at the intersection. So answer. We walked along Third Street and looked at drains and looked at the surface damage. We followed the drains so far all the way to the corner where it turns into Whitney for stormwater runoff. Underneath. Yeah. Yep. And then we walked this direction and saw some more drainage and specifically some erosion that was going along the side of the road here and over sheeting over the road there. I have pictures of it when it's wet. That's it. I think it's 3 years ago that we did. That they gave to it. But yeah, about 3 years ago. That's good. The exposed pipes that we can see seem to drain into that ditch that's on the town side, not towards. We don't see a pump. That's all we're seeing. Yeah, we not that there was someone there, just we couldn't find it.
Right down the hill.
We did.
Down this.
Yes, yes.
It's actually. One side, up into that area, but getting across the cemetery, and that pipe going in that way. Other pipe shoots out to the ditch area.
From the cemetery, they have 2 lines to go out. That are green.
Green.
Back.
We didn't walk into the cemetery to look for that.
Okay. So as far this way.
It, is, uh, but nothing is.
Like I said,
Careful. That's not a big thing. And they were redoing that corner.
Right.
That goes straight to the left. As a goatee. Like a good.
It's running downhill towards the ditch.
You can actually see through it and see the manhole. That's the case, the DNR would have this. Because the river would have to go high enough to flood it into. So you would think that they would. It's not on the map at that because. It doesn't show that. That's right. Yes. Yes. It shows how much lower this sits than the river. That's the top. Checked up. From here, it looks like it is, but I don't think
Yeah.
it shouldn't be.
Got the mountain in between.
Yeah.
Right. Guardrail is up there. It's the
Things-
corner.
Were there more maintenance items that you wanted to point out down there?
It's just.
We did.
And that's the only road. I was on the.
Street. I don't know. But it's 30th Street, will be started at helps reduce the accident. It helps. It helps.
Curry was. Sure those. Water.
I don't. Watch.
Get that fence.
The only thing I had left that I wanted to point out were the alleyways and the drainage in the alleyways.
So I'll move back to.
Why? But like, it didn't state or specify why they created stuff.
Need them worked on.
And then,
Jeff.
so they cemented up instead of properly fixing that.
Yes, they cemented them to where how it drains until it fills.
It runs. It's
Property
People's property.
and people's garages that backed up into their homes.
One over here. 33. Yeah. So, other side of this.
We captured video of each of those.
So, hard to breathe. And the road piece. Put something on top of that road. Fix.
Now, what I know. Actually looked at the screen and I had put it in some notes and minutes to I gave to the town that the town maintenance can be just cleaning up the debris around those drains, maintaining that same way with storm drains. They just had to clear up to see if there were drains there. That's a quick fix. That's just,
But every 6 months, yeah.
well, it can't be if you've got old leaves dropping and things,
So if we're doing the fall, we gotta take care of.
but I'm just saying, that was one thing that was majorly pointed out to me. That
Well, you see how it is.
the low maintenance of the town on the drain,
Drain.
whether it be a storm drain or a drain for a tile. And the water just builds up. Yeah.
I had the numbers saying we're putting 6 million.
I think it's done more than every 6 months because
Matters, again, it matters how many trees you have there. Just like we have at his house, how many people drive down that alley?
there's stuff that should be done every 6 months. It should be done every
Well, if
month
you
or
could-
2 months because of the.
The long kid, oh, they're not fixing it, they're not breaking it, it's going out to the street. Where's it goes? It flows to, the way the water flows.
Or, I was gonna say.
Oops, sorry.
I don't think we have any drainage pipes around our house. It's just flows down into.
You do them, you and,
We can walk that way. It's like,
He was good, yeah.
There's,
because that's the reason that spot was open, yeah, because that was not great, but. And they
I
found
thought
out,
it was supposed to be an
No.
alley.
oh, nobody on the property.
are there any drains along School Street?
I've not seen any physical. Oh, yes, there might be one on Dustin's side.
Yeah.
On the church side.
Thinking
West
it's from
side.
that low spot, and that's right across from where your area is, and
It's a subterranean drain, right? that
yes,
Feeds it
that
that
feeds
way.
right into the.
Just go straight down.
Drain here, looks like it just goes straight down.
Yours. And we just got all the.
4 days off, I had seen him.
Yeah, well. He was a kid that. Oh.
Here is another drain. This is the entryway to the church. See where's the one pipe going north. Hey, Randy. As far as visibility here, I only see one pipe going north. Is there supposed to be another one or, okay, let's it.
I didn't think of that. You know, this right here should be 3 feet now.
Should be 3 feet down.
Yes.
You want? Yeah, we got a tape measure.
In fact, it should be 3 feet down below that.
It's roughly 16 inches. Oh, 3 inch.
Right, so. So if we go here.
From the bottom of that green pipe, Randy said
So
3 feet below that, right?
at 36, so yeah, there.
Yeah, so there's 3 foot of rock accumulation here, and there is a bit of gravel divoting around.
That's what happens to. And then this rain. I think this grade is. I mean, would that a lot?
That one It just has a pipe coming straight down.
It looks like it was about the same depth of right here as far as 16 inches down. And then it's just got a round pipe that looked like it was a 10-inch pipe or so, or an 8-inch pipe.
Right now?
Straight down, no other directions. Everything around the pipe that was buried in there was specifically gravel. We can walk back over there. Our stuff.
Thing is, I have all the board minute meetings, just like I did with the guys. Times where I can drain.
When the last maintenance was and stuff.
This town, when gone by. Used to be, he would come to the meetings and say what he did. Get it?
It's there's drains that are. Oh, so
So this
all the way
is
down.
the school, yeah, this, the school that used to be there. The high school. There used to be a high school.
1960 something. That's what
Yep.
I toward you.
And I would say this isn't too much north. But then straight down.
So just for the school would have been west of this about 60 feet or so.
Yeah.
I remember seeing the foundation, so that was good. The and the other end going east goes towards the wetlands.
My bad. Yes. This is kind of where they buried all the foundation.
Okay.
So did this get cut off or blocked or whatever?
Right.
Down towards the bottom of the pipe, it's too dark down there.
Yeah, that's probably into that, which is able to flow water. A lot of our drains, it's been that way. As far as asking employees to take care of them, it's nominal, like, because it's a lot of work. It is a lot.
And the-
That's gonna be a lot of work to take care.
Hire somebody specifically to maintain the drains,
I don't know if Perkins Septic or anything does that because we know they hold.
like whether it be an actual town employee or you contract it out to somebody. I feel like that should be something that the town should keep up on to prevent
This would be one
these
thing.
issues.
that we can-
Are you talking about the jet spray bag? Yeah. Yep. It would suck up the gravel as well. We rent it.
We've rented it. Oh, rented it. That.
Yeah.
All down. In our wheelhouse. Like I said, about where he was there. Divot. You probably see that, that's where the drain was. I don't, it might even be a couple of. Old maps. Two houses. But there you go. Designated for that drain.
We're talking about the area most people use for parking.
But there. Where his fence is?
Yeah, yes, Dustin's
Right in
fence.
that area. There's the drain. Between there. Over down. That's how that area is drained. Underneath. All the way down.
There's nothing visible.
Nope, nope.
It's like a round bed drain so that there's like rocks that have, okay.
Should. You need to go next to it,
Back down to that one.
down to the west. It's low, it's a real low spot. And what I always heard
Like there's, let's see.
But this gets rain, it gets there when it dissipates, so it makes it there. Like, underneath that road.
Potentially causing erosion issues underneath the road. Yeah, then they'll just cave in. Yeah.
But if you don't see it. Then you're just. This right here.
In between the two buildings.
Records.
Goes underneath that section.
Was the town's basement.
Oh. The easement does go over to the lines.
Now.
I remember.
It was his house. House. That gets to a T. To a T.
When I talked to her.
Ian and Joe both have paper pavement.
And road. That's. You can have.
Why didn't we get registered with the county? I think I remember you talking about that.
But. They got those two. These two. Yep, what the property.
So we're not supposed to talk about plans.
Just saying.
No, yeah, but
Ideas.
just for the future meeting.
The other great. Over here.
Fourth.
And it should went out to. Back down, find out. Oh, that's.
That's the question.
Not go.
I haven't seen it.
The water one. But. Over. Very important. That's a match.
You want to review the rest? Well, the alleyway itself.
Yeah, because
We previously talked about potholes and other things in the alleyways.
Yeah.
And so I just wanted to point them out. It says their blocks for, yeah,
we have talked about grading it. That's the thing with that street. Take all that out. This drain here, when we redid this road. That goes to
yeah, this one, yeah, it's covered.
this one. That. And that one goes over to mine, and then it goes down there and Rob Dalton to bring it all. Drain down through here.
Yeah, it looks like it's just, for everybody on the, video, 3 out of the 4 corners here or of this intersection have a drain on it. Covered, so,
Looks like back, so covered.
yeah, it's covered. We can see some shine about 16 inches or so,
Well, you
reflection.
you go here, you can read.
I do. Yep, there's the green pipe right here. Goes straight across to where they're standing.
Oh, it does show. Actually,
There's a lot of standing water in there too.
but it'll stand until it gets.
Yeah, it's yeah, it gets to the bottom. It's supposed to drain in there too.
Supposed to put, biscuits in there. Mosquito. So you put a biscuit in there.
They said, do that, when they do that,
Yeah, it takes those, so. That's what. Take.
Oh, for mosquito.
Because it's standing.
Yep.
But. So. Yeah, this one
Where's the
here,
pipe going?
this one here, we had a. I think I have the video of it. But it goes up over to that corner.
Oh, straight over to the corner that we were about to walk to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, yours.
Yeah.
And.
like it goes. There's only these pipes that
Is it possible that that's just
Down low.
buried? I can't tell from this angle.
Let's go over here and see. It's, which means. Block. Up or down. Yep, that's the reason we have a problem here. 40th the entrance. Yep. Give me the videos.
It's just clogged somewhere along the path, or like whether it's collapsed or just clogged at the next intersection where rocks went in, or
Not putting you in. Just keeping her up.
That's
Oh,
something you
yeah.
could get like a rotor rooter thing.
Well, Steve, who wanted to use the jet, because when we rent that, they wanted to use that to put.
the jetpack.
I really wish we had a screen up to it, because trying to push all these rocks down through there, you're only gonna be able to get it so far. You don't have a drain. This, and then one at the alley, and then one over the porch, so that's way too long to be trying to shovel.
Yeah.
So this was put in. Richard Flint's. I talked to him. He's part of it. said all this drainage was beautiful. This is probably 2007.
We're on Jefferson right now, just west of, School Street.
So he put in all the stuff that's on the north side of Jefferson.
Yeah, there's quite a bit of erosion on both sides of the road right here. You want to walk up,
When they put that,
the concrete? I don't remember seeing it either. It must be recent. Last year or two, maybe? I don't know. I live right here, so.
that's why I said I don't. Eroding.
Reference. So this road is 20 feet wide. Pretty much all the roads in town are.
20 feet high.
That's exactly the same. Oh, wait.
Should they? Mine,
Yeah,
I lost 15 feet off the back of it. Property.
Yeah.
And it's because they moved us out to the center of the road, the extra 15 feet.
Yeah.
So it's 30 feet. I lost. Next side.
So now, that'll be good. So those. Hold up.
Oh, that looks nice. That's impressive.
Nice and dry.
This rain's good.
This rain does look very good.
But since bigger it is,
But it's also at the,
they made it.
Those are 16-inch pipes, is that right?
I think they're 60, they're bigger ones. All the other ones we have are probably 10, 12. And these are corrugated, so you know they got that.
Yep.
When the water goes down.
And I don't see any major erosion issues around the drain. So it probably isn't standing here and then flowing.
Right.
Probably just going straight in.
My alley is the same way.
Yep.
Flows into it.
Yep.
So you want to go that way?
Yes, please.
Right. I would say the brain get somebody to do it for us. Or by total money to. Most of them are gone.
Prior to me getting on the board, there's a drain here. It's currently covered, and a drain here. They put in a couple of extra rings, raised this side up, and they cleaned it out with the back. This one drains directly down there, and they ended up cleaning up that one to go to the State Road 1 project. And that one runs beautifully. No issues whatsoever. There's
Daniel David Heiser was on the board. This is the one that they were talking about.
Yep.
And it was filled with crap.
and there is a connection. I know it's not visible right now, but there is a connection from here to there, from south to north. It drains down to there, and then from there further north.
The bad thing is if this ends up looking like this, all it's doing is big from here.
Which is great
Great.
further down. Yep.
So again, like when's the last time
This-
this was maintained? Like,
This needs with that, the rings.
Yep.
And you'll definitely see it over on.
Yep.
Those are down.
Yep.
About foot and a half.
sitting down.
It-
in my yard.
Well, I think what we were just pointing out is this is a consistent issue throughout the entire town.
But those ones that they just did, mine's brand new. Did you,
Is that the one on one?
why did they stick it on the?
It needs to be down. But I'm talking about the one that has the dirt around it. Most of our town drains dirt around it. So they're- It's not,
Where it's not functioning right.
yeah, there'll be some,
They're gonna stick it in if they don't.
Okay. But we're doing a town walkthrough to identify drains and maintenance issues.
we're talking about digging up your yard, so don't worry about it. You're used to it.
He does have a very beautiful yard. So that being said, we were talking about it before at a previous meeting. This is the alleyway in which we sometimes get a school bus coming down this road. Yeah, I didn't catch the number on the bus on the specific date.
There's a bus that parks up.
But the parks up there.
I wasn't gonna place any blame. I just somebody's driven down this road lots of times. Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so if you wanted to tackle the drains, that's gonna be a big job. I know it's $15 for each one of the rings
Okay.
to raise it up. It's better to raise it up by rings than by,
And they were out here for several hours to do that one. So, yeah. I was giving them drinks and stuff. So maybe they were hanging out for long. This is before I was on the board.
To help with the cost.
I'd almost like to video doing it because it doesn't take long.
Yeah, I think this is a success story because this was draining straight into my garage. That's not the foundation. That's raised 2 feet, so the foundation is actually level with the grass here.
I was gonna say it wasn't draining, it just wasn't draining here. It was-
Yeah, it was overflowing into my garage. I have a wet drain in there. You know, the car gets wet,
Like I said. I
rips all up in the
remember-
garage.
I remember Daniel talking about it, he came over here and it's like, it's full of gravel.
Yep.
They can't drain if it's full of gravel. He took off when we were at the game, yeah.
Yeah.
First, I seen him twice a week. He's only a couple of years older than me, we were in school together.
Uh,
Yeah,
just,
sorry.
just as far as alleyway maintenance goes, there's potholes all over all the alleys. The one that we just passed isn't unique. No, they're not real straight. That'd be pretty cool to have straight alleys. I know previous conversations at board meetings, there were discussions around doing something with the alleys more than.
Do you remember me showing you the tool that they have that they put on the back and it tills up the
I think so.
whole alley? Because I wanted to use that for the cemetery,
Yeah.
too, but the cemetery.
I mean, you basically just need somebody to come through and regrade.
But you gotta fill it up in order, before you regrade, get rid of a lot of the throwing.
They make a tool that grades it and levels it all at the same time.
Yeah, it kicks it.
Yeah,
and it Eats
It
it up.
digs
to make it-
down
Yeah.
to level it.
Yeah, that's what I had on there, but it's not cheap.
We
Like
graded,
Is that something that the town can rent for a week?
You could look into it. We have not looked into it.
but
Talk about plans.
that being said, grading of the alleyways has happened, but in doing not a proper tool, we try to do it. But what's happened over the years too, and I'm gonna speak for myself, the buildup of the stone on the alleyway, my driveway into my house, when it rains, looks like the wetlands.
Well, I mean,
But
grading it though
because-
wouldn't be adding any
Okay,
gravel.
it needs to be graded that from laying the gravel on the alleyway, there's a good 6 inch that filled up from my driveway.
You can see that on some on that intersection right there and on the intersection on, is it
Yeah,
the,
it flows down like this because it's.
well, not just that it flows down, but like there's a sharp dip and then goes sharp back up because so much has been added to the alleyway itself over the years. That's trying to articulate.
to take some of the gravel off her while you're grading it. To
Is,
take
is that what you were trying to address?
Down so much that it's back to where it should be. but not.
See, and if
And
you
it
look
would-
here,
The,
they built it up.
and there's.
But I know they put gravel in there twice. I-
But there is a lot of opportunities.
Mhm.
Repair and maintenance opportunities.
But you can't take care of all. This town only has so much.
Yep. I think we're all fully aware that there's not a whole lot of money to go around. More things to fix than,
But it also, again, if they do the grants like we were doing, we have been doing on the road. They're willing to give us that much money. That's that money we don't have.
we,
to
I don't think we can start talking about that on this. Yeah, we can't,
But I'm just saying, that's the way it is overall.
Yeah. we
That way.
we can't discuss the merits of any future plans.
But to have gravel. Right. Alley work, we will have to have help. No, we don't. Because this town has never taken care of itself. Yeah. Ever since. Correct. Absolutely.
Well, I'm gonna dispute that, and then I think you had a town board in 2011 that tried to take care of towns.
They did the sidewalk.
They decide what the. Having read. After the year.
How did we keep those?
I think so. Yeah, if you're asking my history, I mean, that's not plans or future plans.
Anyway,
Since,
well, you were in town for a while when I was here. Anyway, that being said, yes, and that town board, that town board divided the town of St. Joe into three. You had one board member that lived west of Spencer Street. That was his area. You had a board member that lived in the center of St. Joe, from that Spencer Street to let's say 3rd Street. That board member took care of that, and then you had another board member lived from Whitney out, and that board member was responsible for sharing those ordinances, checking in with the residents there if they were not in compliance, and that's how that was handled. Then down the road, different board members come on, and
Like I say, every 4 years.
Yeah.
Set of ordinances.
so,
The old stuff goes away.
which is unfortunate because
Yeah.
you have things established and they should be maintained, and whether it be board member responsibility or town responsibility as far as needed. Yep. Anywho, that's the history of that.
Bring those up.
that I look at where, put her name in. Thing in. See when it started. Took a lot of time to do.
Did-
Well,
Did you guys have other items of maintenance that you wanted to review while we're allowed to talk and be together?
we already carried the flag and green on 4th Street.
Oh, we actually didn't get down to the 4th Street area. Would you like to walk over there?
You mean the one?
Would the one that we've discussed in the board meeting for the last 6 months to a year?
Water. Water bill.
Water bill.
What kind of
It was nice to see that one over there, the low drive, the low. But I don't think they're as low when they have 14.
But, sure.
This alley to make it go straight.
Yeah.
Go back. It goes more into this property.
Hypothetical question here. This tree were a little larger and started competing on the lines. Is that home or is it a power company request?
This is Johnson, I think he is 50.
Yeah, but when I can speak to, this is my alley. I am from city touch off the trees, anything is for the trees in the alley.
So what if it's within the confines of someone's property?
That's in my property and I have no right. I am not there.
They do it to mine too.
Yeah.
On the street.
They come in and paint the tree, because I came out and questioned the first time. And he said, "I'm a tree."
Because, you know, I'm like right there.
Yeah.
The tree.
Oh, yeah.
Take that heat.
Holy cow. Did you get with, the folks that? Okay. Yeah, the, build up as far as that goes. Uh, I think we were
Right.
talking about the actual substrate here, previously, where, we've got slag.
Yeah.
Was that the right word? Or,
There's flag on most of their. Right.
Is there drain pipe?
I think there's drain pipe underneath it.
has there been any locates done on those drain pipes so they can figure out where they're at?
The erosion that's your seed.
Yeah.
Right down.
Here's the grip. Here.
Yeah, go straight down.
And she got
Behind
the-
The, just a little bit further is the basically the ramp to the alleyway, as I was telling you about.
I don't know if it is. Hold on. You can- Um,
We can talk about it in the meeting. You need a pen and paper?
Came straight from the building my son's lawyer. Jenkins. Jenkins lives here. He lives here. That's what
Caitlin.
I know. Still running this one.
I think so. I was just gonna point out, like, the grading here, and you can see that this is a good ramp going up, but over there, it's,
Yeah, you
how much this is,
parking.
yeah, how much this has been built up. Yep. And then even then it gets even higher and, abruptly goes even up even higher. And then there's large pothole and more down there. But I think we're wanting to go down this way. Right. I mean, the land had contours before the Town Yep. Yep. Got a couple more drains here. If you want to go quickly. A very nice looking curb here. We get this. I'll get out. I think you see if I can pick this up. Give it a little try, and I'll help if you don't get it. Got it. Yeah, it's might have been. No, I've been seeing it now. This
What's the?
held up. So that's they put this curb in. Yeah, this is corner of Jefferson and Fourth. Is that right? Nearly completely filled. On the east side, walking over to the west side, 100% completely filled. And a little bit further over on Jefferson, there is. Hi, Judy. Russ.
I just need a,
Love you too. This goes down. It looks like it is that brick down at the bottom? Yeah. So this would be one of the old brick ones you were talking about? Yeah.
If you look, they put concrete, bricked it up, that little grates.
I can see.
This side, it's the grate.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It gets higher as it gets higher.
So they, yeah, they bring.
Up to what modern standard size are? Yeah. Yeah. Whereas the first one that we looked at earlier, it looked like it was 16 inches, and these look closer to about 20 inches.
Then here.
But
Yeah, comes up.
there is a lot of asphalt here.
Yeah, it comes up underneath this is.
I can't exactly tell where the end of the drain is, but I do see a lot of erosion coming from right there.
Right over here.
Yeah. Was this asphalt on there on purpose, or okay, like when it was last redone? Okay. Yeah, there's erosion starting here and starting here, and the drain is right there.
But now it just goes straight out.
and it actually, it's rural, the yard is like this.
Right, because it got no issue.
So there, the county, drain, water and sewer. Well, that's what there's was to, use the riprap, do a demand, and do a, which rip rock, into rock, and they recycle, redirect the water flow.
Less water.
Oh, okay. And we should deal with the bank, and not have the same time. It will be, the rush of the bank.
All right, so this, as you can tell, over time has been built.
Can you even see the drainage pipe?
There is something on there, but this isn't modern drainage stuff. This is drainage that probably over 100 years old, I would guess, with the brick rings around it and further on down.
Probably had a hole in it. They were able to pull out, and then a few years later, it was too low, just like the ones we have here, so they put the rings on.
Yeah, these are the concrete rings, very similar to what was in the backyard previously.
Yeah. Five ten, that's much.
In both discounts. Yes.
I will say I have two neighbors that take care of their fleet very well. Very. All right, let's take a look at the one in the alley here. I mean, the other end of town, I do know the one on Curry and Washington, where Dean Baker used to live, that's one of the concrete big ones.
Yes.
So that would have to be totally ripped out. That floods that yard. It's pretty big. So, pond in the middle. That was Taylor.
I know previously there were discussions around having a boardwalk through there. Like a,
That got 3 years to get this right up ready. So, and then they did, and then keep that vision in and have that vision there ready to go when you've got plants in there.
a drain right here on the corner.
And
I don't think we'll be lifting this one, but you can hear the water flowing through it, and there's rocks down here, roughly 5 feet down. Yep. Yeah. It looks like it's water coming from that direction, coming from east to west, and flowing right into it. Yeah, you can actually see the reflector. Yeah, from that one. Oh, yeah, it's brick all the way down. You can see, but I don't see any connecting pipes. There is a reflection of water down at the bottom, but it's like mud, and it's just
It's not draining off of that, that's draining.
I couldn't see any connecting pipes from either one. Think you're gonna get that one up? Okay.
Over style.
Yeah.
Yeah, put those bubbles on.
Oh yeah, that's shifting around under your. Did you see any? Is that a pipe going
That's a
across?
Pipe, there's a pipe going there. and
Okay.
there.
Okay. And looks like
4 inch.
4 inch. That's all right. And I think the one that's going across the alley might be 5 or 6 inches, but the one that's underneath you going further east is definitely 4.
Into half. Yeah. This is. One down here, but this one works fine, right?
I don't know if we.
I thought we.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Because we didn't do this part of the street because
We we walked on the east side of the street when we were coming down. I think the first thing we pointed out was was this asphalt dip right there.
Yeah.
I think that was the first thing we pointed out. And then we started talking more,
the bad part about this drain is on this side of the street, the drain's down on the south side.
Yep.
Between Whitney and Third.
Mhm.
And there's major problems with that drain.
Yep.
Never got fixed. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a little white, 4-inch pipe coming out of the ground, that rough heads.
I think we saw it. Yeah. Oh, I see it right there. It's
That was their fix.
yeah. Based on this angle, it's in between the 3rd Street Jefferson corner
Yep,
sign
yep.
and the house, but further back from the house.
But where it leaks, it just floods in there.
Yeah, I have pictures of the last major rain event, and the water was sheeting north to south and from east to west across the whole thing. And there's issues with the surface of the asphalt on the lower part down closer to us, and same types of issues that are happening
Run
everywhere else.
here and run around, wouldn't it?
So the water, this is where the shadow is of that tree.
Yeah.
The water was running directly across there.
We go in that direction, get this,
Yes, yes.
but she was getting
I have some pictures I can share.
everything up here.
Yeah.
Getting it up.
Yep, pretty much all of Whitney looked like it was flowing across there. All the way from the corner, all the way across.
I guess either we look at that drain,
This one here, or I see standing water here, about 4 feet down. But only about 16 inches down is where the actual pipe going that way is. So it's nowhere near full all the way up. It's about 4 foot down, so there's about 3 feet of extra
what I
headroom.
understand from the reading, we think I put the.
Yeah.
So when it just rained a little and instead of it would go down,
Yeah, we would drain underneath. Yeah.
and then you clean it out.
Mhm.
Do it again, wouldn't have to ever worry
Yep.
about it getting in the pipe.
Just regular scheduled maintenance.
Yeah, this never happened. But like I said, I think by the way this done, I think we did. But I don't know if it goes straight down into the,
We walked around down there and I didn't see anything. But we also in the one that you were saying is like 1920s or something like that, the small one. We could definitely see a pipe going to the wetlands, but we couldn't find the end of it. And we did see some broken.
did you see the one next to the tree there?
We did. We didn't pull it up. There's not. I mean, it's a whole bunch of sediment there. But
Cracked it.
I do have pictures of that I'll share. I'll email them out. Picture of that area. That was all under 4 to 6 inches of water previously, indicating that there's no drainage actually happening.
Dave was live when I came down here.
Yeah.
I tried cleaning it out and it wasn't draining. So when it got dry, I opened it.
Yeah.
Like I said, when you're thinking about the money, only certain things you can do. I mean, we could have somebody that donated time and could help. Saying that we could get one done a year, or 2 done a year, or something. It's not gonna, but you have to have people that want to work.
Are there any drains from 3rd Street to Whitney?
The one on Whitney, though, I think it crosses over and then it comes down.
Okay.
This one, I think, goes here and then to here. And crosses over. I don't think the one on Whitney runs down to the alley. I think
Okay.
that alley is the first start of that.
Okay.
Link.
Okay.
And have they showed you the map or?
I have not seen the map. No. Yeah.
I've got some old ones, but they don't match up with record keeping.
Right.
One of the major things.
Right. Was there anything else that you wanted to specifically show us? We can walk back down there. We're already here. Yeah.
Like I said, what happens here, Ted Haber. Look who he was.
I remember the name.
He was our first that had our newspaper from 57 all the way to 83. And at his funeral, and Phil was walking down here with me. He goes, are they ever gonna make this road? But someday. But at that time, it wasn't. Even- Finally got it on the radar. got it. I said, really hate to drive around other people in the cemetery, because the driving. But see, that cemetery. Again, it's my history. We're gonna stay on the. It should be better.
We all agree on that.
Think of it.
I think we all agree. Were there,
What I do hate also is you do work and it doesn't bad at all. It takes care of this. You know, you really take that, those we just did. Get down, redo it. Something. that's- and move on. This, all the drains need to be. Just like our water line, as long as you do it where your plans are later, you do it under that road like it's supposed to be, then you can continue. As long as you've got the base underneath.
is there an issue with the road base itself?
Road base. It's totally flat. It's covered it. Up the hill, you can see splotches of it. Right. But I mean, when you don't fix something. That's concrete. Why are we putting concrete in the street? Yeah,
Erosion.
yeah, but when you go to drag it, that concrete will be a big problem. So it's like we fixed the drain over on 6th Art Street. There was 8 different types of drain in there where Harry Strong had fixed at different times. You're fixing something, fix it. One time, piece fix, and that's what we do. We're still doing that, like I said. You put gravel in the hole, that's good. But if you put concrete in the hole or you put
Yeah.
asphalt in that,
Were there other locations, maintenance locations that you wanted to cover today?
like you guys brought in the drain, it's a good thing. I fixed it the most. That's first we get. It's a Jeff's looking at that the Hollywood area that only was used by Jeff Powell and his people. Open the van will still, hopefully rivers to it.
Christie, did you have any maintenance items you wanted to look at? All right. Do you want to close this out? All right. Well, the end then. Yeah. well, see you later, Andy.
My end froze. I'm pretty sure we ended the meeting at 2:15. If you can hear me.